guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jeanette Andromeda, and today I have a more emotional vlog to share with you. As I mentioned in a previous video, I moved my entire ARTPRIZE vlog to November because I felt like it needed its own emotional space. Because this trip ended up... It got a lot more emotional than I was expecting. I was expecting to go home to Michigan, see my family, see my grandma, have a great time. My parents were there. Like, go see this amazing artistic explosion of creativity and meet these artists that are so, like, just, I don't know, I didn't know what I was getting into. And, a lot happened emotionally while I was in ARTPRIZE. Or while I was in Michigan, rather. It wasn't just ARTPRIZE, but ARTPRIZE too. I ended up... I don't even know how to unpack this. So, this particular episode, let me start there. This episode started off as just another vlog. And what it turned into was, as I was there in Michigan, hanging out with my grandma and with my parents, and just being back to what was such a huge part of my childhood was my grandmother's farm. And I've only been back once since my grandfather passed away. So all of that still felt very fresh. And my grandfather passed away 11 years ago at this point in time. And I loved him so much. I loved being there. I loved our Christmases together. I loved everything about him and about my grandmother best friend. So just so you know, Grandpa and Grandma in my world are best friend and pa. And my grandma is still best friend. We called her best friend. You know, leave off the T. It's a name for some reason. And pa was Grandpa. I wanted to share with you some of this because I wanted to save these memories, and I wanted to save what I was feeling right now in this moment, and I wanted to share it with you because I think grief is something we never really fully deal with. It's always there. When someone that you love moves on, that hurt is still there. It doesn't matter how long they're gone. So you're not alone if you feel that way. I just wanted you to know that. And I wanted to share some stories of my grandparents. So while I was back, I got to spend some time with my grandmother, which was really, really amazing. She's such an incredible woman, and I love her so much. I love all the time I get with her. I'm going to try really hard not to cry this entire thing, but this intro is really hard because this isn't something I have properly dealt with. But let me tell you a story, okay? So, once upon a time in 1940-something, no, that's not true, 1950-something, I think it was 1954 when my grandparents got married. Best friend was working at a grocery store with one of her really good friends, and she saw this really cute guy come up and start talking to her friend, and this really cute guy apparently she thought was her friend's boyfriend, her new boyfriend, because she's always dating someone new. And it turns out that as she's introduced, this really cute guy is her friend's brother home from leave because he's from the Navy, or in the Navy rather. And they all decide, let's go to the drive-in together. So they went to the drive-in, and then really cute guy and my grandmother hit it off really well, and they started dating. And 20 days later, he proposed to her, and then he had to go off to sea again. And through letters, they planned their wedding, and then they got married the next time he was home in Michigan. And I just love that story so much, in particular because my grandmother always says afterwards that her and Pa would always say if any child of theirs ever got married after 20 days of knowing someone, they would be super upset. Which I just think is so cute. there's just, like I said, there's just so much emotionally that came up while I was on this trip. So that is, long story short, why I moved the ARTPRIZE vlogs to November, because I felt like they needed room to breathe and to be their own thing. And now I can kind of introvert, look inwards a little bit more and share some harder things with you, some harder things to talk about. And that's why we make art too, you know? So the artwork you're gonna see in this vlog is, I got a picture of my grandmother and my grandfather on their wedding day, so I wanted to draw a sketch of them, and intercut with that you will see some just beautiful drone vistas. And the last thing is, you'll also be listening to a song that was written and performed by Nelson W. Pyles, whom you should know the name of by now. But it's from his album Blood and Cigarettes, and it was just so perfect for the story of my grandmother and my grandfather. So I just wanted to pair all that together, and I'm sorry I'm probably still gonna cry throughout this entire thing, but thank you for listening, and thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing me to be whole. You know, I can't always be happy, but, you know, to be able to share something that hurts that's also beautiful with you is really really special. So thank you, and enjoy.
It's been a long couple of weeks getting to this point where we're actually here in Michigan right now. We're in Grand Rapids at the moment, but we're not here for ARTPRIZE yet. We're gonna go hang out with my grandmother first.
I really wish she'd let down her hair. Don't quite get what keeps her way over there. She's so perfect, I feel out of place. And all these things that I can't say to her face. Like when I look at her, I feel the turning of the world. She's an upscale girl from way uptown. I met her while I was pumping gas at the pump and go round. I asked her out, I can't believe she said yes. What she sees in me, I just could not guess. But I can't help but feel the turning of the world. Where could I take her? She could buy my apartment. Half of what I own is shoved in my glove compartment. What am I doing? She's out of my class. And what will I do? She finds out I'm an ass.
Copper Post, good food. Noting to come back here
I
someday.
don't care. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think we should go back out.
Water?
Alex and I had kimchi burgers. They were very, very tasty.
So here I am,
Tell me the joke again.
So what did the sailor say when the bird flew too close overhead?
What?
Doc!
Nope, even the seagulls aren't laughing at that one.
Doc.
So here I am, writing my thoughts down. I'll try to be charming, and try not to frown. I'll just enjoy the company of a lovely girl. I'll take her dancing, I can take her for a whirl, and maybe we can both feel the turning of the. Maybe we can both feel the turning of the. I know we'll feel the turning of the world.
thank you guys so much for watching. Since I'm recording this almost a month early at the moment, initially I was literally going to edit this and have it up for the second week in October, and during the process of editing this, like, everything changed. So I don't have the answers for the last question of the week, but this week I just want to ask you to share some of your favorite people. Like, what are some of your favorite memories with the people in your life? I know not all of us are lucky enough to have grandparents growing up, so was there an aunt that was really important to you? What was a story from their lives that you really cherish? I would love to hear it. Thank you guys, and next week I promise to be, more myself and happy and peppy, and I'm very excited to share with you ARTPRIZE 10. There are still some kind of emotional bombs going off because there's some really powerful artwork that was created and shared that we got to experience. But it's a lot a lot closer to my usual mood on this channel, but I just, thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing. I love you guys. Bye.